Hey everyone, it is almost time for WrestleMania, and a handful of fans have asked me what I think will be the main event at WrestleMania 34. And what I think versus what I want to see as the main event, two totally different subjects. And main event and WrestleMania have become synonymous in the last several years as being more than one quote-unquote main event. Now, to me, traditionally speaking, the main event is always the last match on the show. That's the old school fan of me, but I also recognize that there are several other significant matches that should be main events on other pay-per-views and perhaps even on WrestleMania. Now, I'm going to rule out AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, pardon me. I think this is going to be a great match. I think it has the potential to steal the show. However, I just have not completely bought into the Nakamura character. I was not, I didn't follow him in New Japan. I wasn't really following AJ all that much outside of what he was doing in TNA Impact. So I think it's going to be a phenomenal match, pun intended. But I don't think it's going to be the main event. I'm going to rule out John Cena and The Undertaker because as of this recording, we still don't know that is going to actually be a match. What is going to happen with that? What I think is going to be the main event is Brock Lesnar defending the Universal Championship against Roman Reigns. Now this, if it is the last match on the show, it will be the fourth year in a row that Roman Reigns has been in the main event at WrestleMania. And they alluded to that on Monday Night Raw. Now, I'm not excited about that either because, one, I'm not a big fan of recycling main events from previous WrestleManias. Of course, we know at WrestleMania 31, Lesnar faced Roman Reigns for the very first time. However, I think this year the outcome may be different. I think Roman Reigns has a legitimate shot of walking out this year as the Universal Champion. But what I think should be is being built up. And the build has been beautiful. And there's so much more at stake than just the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. That is Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. Asuka's undefeated streak is on the line. They've been making a big deal about that. They've never given the women the main event. If there were ever a year for that to happen, this would be it. However, I could see them waiting and maybe doing a Asuka versus Ronda Rousey or a Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. The other unknown factor in all of this, of course, is Carmella. I would hate for the main event, if it were to be the main event, be marred with a Money in the Bank cash-in, whether it is a successful or failure. I almost hope they hold off on a Money in the Bank cash-in for the Women's Championship until a little further down the road. And I know time is running out, but I really like the story WWE is telling with Asuka and Charlotte Flair. And in my 1, 2, 3 cents, that is your WrestleMania main event. I talked about Shinsuke and AJ stealing the show. I take that back. I think, mark it down, the women, specifically Charlotte Flair and Asuka, are going to steal the show at WrestleMania 34. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe and weigh in at my123cents.com. Also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.